So you may have noticed that I've been streaming on my channel a lot more recently, and when I say a lot more, I mean a lot more. Like seriously, we went from having 1 2-hour stream bi-monthly at this point to 4 back-to-back 8-hour streams. And that's because Roblox released The Hunt, and I decided to grind it out like no tomorrow. And I'm making this video to either give you the motivation to finish The Hunt, or maybe to say, hey, maybe it's not worth it. So yes, I did all 100 badges just so you guys wouldn't have to. And here was my experience. So let's start things off at day 1. Now, we all knew Roblox was gonna make The Hunt, and we were gonna have something cool to do, and I was already determined that I was gonna 100% this entire thing, no questions asked, and it would be easy. And then the game dropped, and there were over 100 games to play. Now, even though there was 100 games to play, I honestly wasn't really too worried about it because I figured all the challenges would be reasonably easy, and surely Roblox would not bloat the ever-living hell out of this event. But 10 hours later, and on the first day, I only managed to get 31 games done. And so at that point, I knew I was in for something special in the worst way possible. So I want to give my overall constructive criticism about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because as somebody who has played the old egg hunts from way back when, and as somebody who had did all 100 badges, I think I'm a little bit qualified to say what was good and what was bad about this event. And so if you haven't even started doing the event, this will be a great guide for you to determine if you really want to do this to yourself. So let's start off with the good. Now, if we're really being obvious here, the greatest thing about this entire thing is not the event itself, it's the fact that Roblox is actually trying to do something. After 3 years of nothingness on Roblox in corporate buyouts, it's pretty safe to say that the Roblox events have been pretty damn terrible. I mean, like, do you guys remember the Walmart event? Like, I don't think in the history of Roblox, anybody has ever said, yo, why don't we make Walmart inside of Roblox and then make Roblox sponsor it? And if there's one thing I do not like, it's when big corporations get their little grubby hands on my playtime. But thankfully, with The Hunt, I can officially say that Roblox, you know, they tried their best. For having an event for the first time in 3 years, I think they deserve a little pat on the back. And this might be a tad bit biased because I'm a person who directly benefited from The Hunt. Like, literally, I made a video about the top 5 worst games The Hunt had, and that video got like 80,000 views in a day, which for me, that's pretty damn crazy. And it also gave me 36 hours of streaming content. And on top of all that, I was a star creator, so I could actually give out headphones to people that wanted it, and that also boosted my viewership just a smidge. So yes, before somebody points it out in the comments that I have something to gain from this, I do. I will admittedly say I do have a lot to gain from this. However, because I have a lot to gain from this, it's important that Roblox knows what to do for the next time. But another good thing they did was with the items. Now, the items that were given, honestly, they're pretty solid. Some of the particle effects on these, on the wings, for example, and on the crown are absolutely amazing. I love them so much. But let's not confuse the quality of the items for the quantity of the things you had to do for them. I can't say in good faith that even though the items are really good, I don't think it's worth spending 36 hours of your time doing it. And honestly, you'll probably be spending way more time than I did. And if you couldn't tell, we're going into the bad now. There really wasn't that many good things that really came from this event, to be honest with you. But even though there weren't that many good things, those good things do make up a vast majority of my opinion. Once again, I am kind of biased, and it's kind of copium at this point because I did spend so much time on it. So, you know, I want it to be worth it, okay? But since we're talking about the items, one of the things that Roblox really swung out on was the fact that there were only like 10 of them. Technically 11 if you include the headphones. And I'm no mathematician, but doing 100 games should not net you only 10 items. That's also if assuming that you bought the battle pass. So technically you could be doing it for only 5 items. If we look at it historically with the events that I participated in, specifically the 2013 egg hunt, there were a lot of items you could get, and I mean a lot. Every egg that you picked up off the ground netted you an item. It was honestly really sick, and actually some of those items to this day actually hold actual value in the Roblox market. However, I will say I do prefer the hunt format over the actual Easter egg hunt format in 2014-2013. Giving the developers the ability to collaborate and make something great for the event is honestly something awesome, and my favorite thing about this is the fact that I was playing Roblox games that you would have never saw me play. And that's also kind of a double-edged sword. You would see me play Roblox games that I would actually never play. Now, the biggest takeaway that probably everybody has noticed about this event that it is definitely quantity over quality. Some developers actually went the extra mile for this event, while other developers decided, well, we're gonna milk you for every dollar you got. And yes, you could argue the fact that they weren't given really that much time to do it. However, some developers really just spent 5 minutes on it and really just said, well, we're in the event now, I guess. And actually, I would like to stop where I'm at right now and just thank the developers that actually went the extra mile. I can't say every developer's game because there's 100 of them. However, I would like to give a few honorable mentions to some that I thought were really well done. Games like Steep Steps, Arsenal, Tower Defense Simulator, RB Battles, that one high school game, Death Ball, hell, even Combat Warriors did an amazing job with the event. They really went the extra mile. They made the maps. They made the environment. It was great. Honestly, if all of the games were like that, this would be the best event on Roblox, period. But those are only a handful of games because the vast majority of the games are just time wasters. That's all they really are. They are just literally time wasters. They are designed to keep you in for at least 20 minutes so they can get their sick premium payout and then they boot you out. And if you see my top 5 worst games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And with these long lists of games that just really did not try, that's where this kind of gets ugly because if you have noticed, like a lot of people have on Twitter, there are 3 games that are actually the same game, just reskinned. And if you want to know what 3 games those are, it was Lumber Simulator, Strongman Simulator, and Pull a Sword. Literally, if you look at the UI, you look at the gameplay, you look at the map, it is identical. They are all identical except the fact that they are just reskinned slightly to make it seem like you're doing something different. But in all reality, all you're doing is hitting the mouse one button over and over and over again, and it takes 30 minutes at least per. And I was using an auto clicker. I was cheating my ass off in these, and it took me forever to do them. It's pretty clear that nobody at Roblox actually play tested these games because there would be no way possible that somebody play tested this and thought, yeah, this should go in the event. It is ridiculous to make somebody click mouse one for over an hour and 30 minutes just to get 3 of the badges of the 5 items that they give out to people for free. And that's another problem. The battle pass. Why the hell make a battle pass? It makes no sense. This should be a free event for everybody. There should be no cash grabs. There should be no money involved. This is a Roblox event. This isn't Fortnite. We don't need a battle pass. I don't want another pay to grind battle pass. I hate them. If I'm gonna spend $10 at something, I want the damn item now. I shouldn't have to pay $10 on a free game to grind 36 hours of this nonsense. The net revenue gained from the more people playing these developers' games definitely outweigh how many people are gonna buy this battle pass. And that's also not considering the fact that most of these games have predatory marketing schemes to make you gamble with your money. I really hate this new model in gaming after Fortnite came out that we need to milk everybody for every dollar they have, especially in Roblox, because a lot of these games are already somewhat pay to win. In fact, most of these games are pay to win. If you pay money, you will get advantages over other people. That is just a fact. I'm pretty sure there are games out there that allow you to skip the event and pay Robux. So if you really don't want to do it and you have money to spend, you could really skip it if you really, really wanted to, which is kind of scummy. There used to be a time in gaming where if you saw something with a really cool cosmetic skin, it wasn't like, oh, how much did you pay for that? It was, wow, I wonder what that person did to get that cool of a camel or that cool of a skin or that cool of an emote or that cool of a name tag, and the list goes on. I understand at the end of the day, Roblox is a business and they want to make as much money as humanly possible. However, Roblox's motto is powering imagination, not powering our investors' wallets. Time and time again, it has been proven that if you make a good game, a good event, people will pay money for it. Helldivers 2 is the best example I can give right now. I wish Roblox in this situation, especially being gone for 3 years, hadn't even considered money at all in this. This should have been a cool, fun thing that everybody should be able to participate in, no matter how much money they make, no matter how much money they have. Not a lot of people can just afford to give 800 Robux for a battle pass for a thing that they have to grind. And we haven't even started talking about the limiteds that they had coming out that are just complete garbage. And I know I'm going on a kind of a rant about this whole game and money thing, and I don't want to discredit the event because the people that I've worked with and the people I've spoken to that have been working on this event with the star creators, they have been doing a phenomenal job, and I don't think they really have any malicious intent behind it. However, I assume it's more executive decisions that these things have to go through. However, though, no matter how much I bash Roblox for making things a cash grab, I can wholeheartedly say that the people that are working behind this event are trying to make it better, and actually there is something coming up on Friday that is going to make the event way better. Now, I can't say what that thing is, but it's going to make the event a lot better. There are a few more smaller things I would like to hit on, like for example, some of the event games using copyrighted material but just slightly changing it so it's technically not copyright, but low-key it's definitely still copyright. But at that point, I think I'm really just being kind of nitpicky with it. So I wanted to go back to the original question I actually asked earlier. Do I recommend that you play this event? And honestly, it depends on your goal here. If your goal is to get the crown, I will tell you right now, it is not worth it. Do not do it. The 100 games, the amount of monotony, all of that, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Actually, maybe I would, but that's besides the point. However, if you're looking for some new Roblox games to play, there are plenty of amazing games that actually did a really good job with this event. And honestly, I played so many games that I would have never thought I played that I actually ended up enjoying, that I feel like it was an overall net positive in the grand scheme of things. So yes, I do recommend that you play this event. You might run into some games that are just kind of bad, but not everything can be good. You know, a part of gaming is to try new things and new genres and have fun. And at the end of the day, the most important thing about gaming is that you're having fun. You shouldn't have to worry about going for these numbers. You shouldn't have to worry about experiencing FOMO. You should just experience it in the way that you want to experience it. Don't let exclusive items hold you back. If you don't want to play a game, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. As a completionist myself, I could never do that. I need to do 100%. But to most of you guys that aren't me, that don't play Roblox for a living, that actually have lives outside of Roblox, save your time. It's not worth it. Play the good games. Please, 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 please. Play the good games. They are amazing. I might make a top 5, hell, maybe even a top 10 because there are a lot of good games. So you guys know which ones to play. But if you do a little bit of digging around on YouTube, they're really honestly not that hard to find. So I know somebody at Roblox is probably watching this, and I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the time to ramble about God knows what about this event, because honestly, out of the 36 hours I played it, even though there was a lot of bad, I really love to see that Roblox is trying to get involved again. And they made it pretty damn clear that this is not going to be the only event. There are big things coming, and I'm going to be very excited to sit down and play them all. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And as corny as this is going to sound, let's power some imagination. Goodbye.